Hey guys, I hate to alarm you guys, and I hate posting negative stuff, but just to let you know, poor people are getting poorer and rich people are getting richer. You know that. The There used to be lower class, middle class, and upper class people. We have lower class, no middle class, and then upper class. And even though the rich try to keep their money, they're trying to do the same thing that poor people are doing. They want to keep what they have. The little they have, uh, they hoard or do what they need to do in order to survive. As you know, a lot of things are changing in our world, and I've been planning for this for a number of years. I just want to give you some tips on what you might be able to do for when all hell breaks loose. And I hate to say it like that. I don't want to say it's a doomsday or anything, but with all the politics and stuff that you hear on the news, that uh, we're going to have an economic hurricane, and it's out there in the distance. We don't know how hard we're going to get hit, if we get hit, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Uh, Let me just give you a couple of tips of what I do in order to survive. Now, this has been going on for years. The biggest thing is water. Water prices have skyrocketed. What you used to buy for $2, $3 for 40 bottles of water, and this is at a big box store, uh, are now almost $6 for 40 bottles. 20 bottles are now almost $4 to $5, depending on your location of where you live. What I've been doing is I've had cases of water, and I would buy on a regular basis and save it, and then the empty bottles, fill it up with water, and put it in the refrigerator, keep them cold. So I always have ample water just in case you run out of water, or the water turns off, or you just the electricity turns off and you can't pump any water out. uh, this is what I do. I saved water. I treat my water uh, with proper chemicals, and you could look online, how do you treat water without any damage for yourself, and to take the bacteria out. And you get filters, and you can make your own filters to filter the water, to bottle it, close that cap tight. Uh, if you need to put like little, how do you call it, the glue from the glue gun around it so you could seal it, uh, I would recommend it so it won't leak, it won't evaporate. Um, Buy canned foods, canned uh, vegetables. Now, I know a lot of people are into their health and they don't want like chemicals and stuff like that, and there's too much salt and the preservatives that they include to keep those cans uh, for years in the shelf in a cool place. What I do is I stock up on the necessities that I need to survive. Now, this is the things that I need to survive, not the things that I want, like candy and stuff like that, because that's going to go to waste. Chips going to go to waste, all that stuff. But like, I get canned vegetables. When I cook it, before I cook it, I rinse everything off. I get a strainer, put my vegetables in there, make sure I take all that salt and all those chemicals as much as I can out so I don't consume that stuff inside my body. Um, and get frozen foods. Frozen foods, prices on everything. And let me tell you, all you got to look at on these apps, these stores, and compare the price from a couple of years ago. As a matter of fact, from a month ago, how much they're going. That's not counting the gas you spend to buy the stuff, to go get the stuff. If you order online, the delivery fees, the tip, if you tip someone, all that adds up for that one can of food. So keep that in mind for yourself. Um, if you use roll paper towels, because I know a lot of people that it's convenience, everything is about convenience. Well, I could just tear a piece of paper towel, wash it, and throw it away. Yeah. And they rationalize it that it's biodegradable because it's paper. But you're spending more money now for uh, one of those plastic, like 6, 12 rolls, or $23. Use rags. Use a rag to clean. Use another rag to dry off. At the end of the day, put it in your washer and wash them all and reuse them again. You don't have to spend that money on that's $23 for. And figure out how often you tear that piece of paper off. Toilet paper is a necessity. They have other brands. You don't have to buy the name brand. Yeah, oh, it feels softer on my butt, but your objective is to clean your butt. Uh, if you have to get in the shower to rinse yourself off or whatever it is, do what you have to do to save that money that you might be able to spend on something that you really do need, such as gas. Um, Gas is going to be a big problem in California. At this state, it's almost $10 a gallon. And they say, yeah, it's in California. But I learned over my years that whatever happens in California, it goes to the east, from the west to the east, slowly. It might take about a year, it might take 2 years, but it's been moving a lot faster because gas prices on the East Coast, they're like almost $5, maybe more. Texas here, they're 4 something a gallon. Uh, if you're able to stock up on some gas, because they're either limiting how much you get on food. When you used to buy 5 cans, they say only 2 cans per customer. They are putting restrictions on it. So just be aware, get medical supplies for yourself. Medical supplies hasn't really gone up that much, but it does go up. Frozen foods are skyrocketing. When you do your laundry, the soap, those pods, they're like $24, $26. I don't know what it is on the West Coast, but everything that's happening on the West Coast is coming to the East Coast. So it's going to be a blanket. I don't know when. I can't tell you when. I can't predict that. But with the knowledge that I have, it takes about a year or two before it travels to the East. I don't want to scare anyone, and I haven't posted on what I do, but I save my money. Yes, I bought land for myself so I could get away from big box stores and stuff like that, so I can grow my stuff, have my own meat, have chickens, have eggs. Eggs are now here in Texas like almost $4 a dozen, and it's going to go possibly to $1 an egg. It all depends on timing. When all these variables that are happening around the world come together and how we're going to suffer. Protect you and your family. That's your thing. Save your money. Don't buy what you want. Buy what you need. You don't need tchotchkes. You don't need um, disposable stuff because you're spending money in the long term. Um, Chicken. I can't find chicken out here uh, in the stores. And they have now the little bar thing that if you take it out, it rings. Uh, People are limited in buying. If you go online and look for chicken, sold out, sold out, sold out, sold out, then you have to buy it. If you really want to buy it, you have to pay the price. Then chicken, I get canned chicken and water. I get rice, regular white rice. Get Mylar bags. Put your rice in there, date it, seal it. Get one of these they sell them on Amazon, these little packets to absorb the oxygen. So you keep them there for like about 20, 25 years. It sounds like a dramatic thing that I do, but at least I feel secure. I will share with my family. Uh, they look at me like, what do you think is Armageddon and the world's coming to an end? You know, the way we knew how life was is no longer. And we as people tend to repeat our past. We don't learn from it. You know, this has been going on. I figure it's about, on the average, every 6 years a recession happens, slight recession. This is big. You know, you have wars going on. You have stuff that should be made here in the United States going overseas, and then coming back to the United States to sell. But who's making that money? You're not making that money. You're spending that money. All the taxes that you have to pay and everything comes out of your savings, comes out of wherever. Taxes for gas. Even, how do you call it? Uh, Gas station. The owner of the gas station might just make 2 cents out of the gallon. Everything else goes to the big people. You know, so they're struggling at the same time. You have to count your pennies, save your change, do what you need to do to survive and live. This is about living. This is about surviving. Uh, I get wooden matches. I have, if you need fire, if you need a little stove, get a little propane stove, collect on your propane. Uh, have a little generator. Generator's big. I prefer the generators with solar because then you don't have to buy the gasoline to maintain it, and then you have to fix it for what, an 8-hour use. You got to repair it. Get this solar panel ones. If you can, start with solar energy. You don't have to buy big. You start small. There are systems out there with inverters, converters. Get batteries, get lithium batteries, which are the best. They're lighter, they're heavier, they last for years, excuse me. Get one panel, get a 100-watt panel, and then keep adding on to it. That way you don't have to take a big chunk of $2,000-3,000 to get a solar system for yourself. Get a portable type thing. That's what I've been doing. Where I'm going to move, I'm going to be off the grid. Everything's solar. I've been planning and preparing for this for a long time. I've never spoke about it. This is all about planning. Planning for yourself, planning for the world. So there's a lot of other things that you need to do that are not wasteful. I want to get a couple of chickens to get eggs. Get one rooster to keep the chickens coming so I could have meat. Maybe have a goat or two so I could keep the meat production, grow my own vegetables. And you could do it in the city. You could do it in a pot. Uh, Grow your lettuce, grow your necessities. There's ways of collecting water in a small area, small space. Look up YouTube is a lot of valuable information. So I'm just happy you guys are subscribing and liking these channels that I put. I know I talk a lot, but keep subscribing to Off Grid Rooster, and I'll give you tips on everything. Just put in the comments what you like to hear. Um, Clothing. Use your shirts that you no longer use that might have a hole. Cut them up. Use them as rags. Um, Keep a stock of them someplace. Wash them. We're a wasteful society. We waste everything. Everything is in plastic. Recycle the plastic. Uh, Metal. If you want to make some money, your steel cans, you can sell your steel cans. There's ways of making some cash. You know, things that you have in your drawer that you just look at, or because you could say, I have it. You know, yeah, what's that going to do you when shit hits the fan? You're going to keep looking at it and say, well, I should have sold it. Um, People will be out for themselves. You have to prepare. Just prepare for yourself. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape. That's your first line of defense. Uh, I have my protection. I have a dog that I'm getting soon. I modify my van because that's going to be in case anything does happen. I'll have my own toilet in here. I have my own sink. I have my own waste disposal. Everything. I have sleeping bags. I have my clothes. I have my medical. I have gas to live as comfortably as I can. This is a metal tent instead of just a regular tent. Every section of the world has some type of natural disasters, whether it be hurricane, tornadoes, too much heat. You could tell on the west side, there's so many fires. California, everything is moving to the east. I don't want to cause a panic. This is what I see, and what I see necessarily might not be the right thing. But do yourself a favor. Get a dehydrator. Get mason jars. Start canning. Get flour. Make your bread. Get packs of yeast. Make your bread. Um, a loaf of bread, you're paying $1 something. Well, you could get a 10-pound bag for $3 and get a little bag of yeast. Freeze your bread that you make, and then use one loaf at a time, and that's what you eat. Butter, make your butter. Get whipping cream. Season it to your liking. Put it in a large jar. Shake it up. Keep shaking it up until it turns into butter, because that's what butter is. And then there's ways the older generation survive, and there's a reason why they survive to this point. And the knowledge is out there. You just have to use it. You have to apply it. Just don't think about it. Don't say, hey, it's not going to happen yet. It's not going to happen yet. Wouldn't you rather be prepared when it does happen and you feel good, protect your family, have your family? You guys, you ladies, women, moms, kids, they could do their own part in what they think is important. There are numerous lists of stuff that you can do for yourself to be self-sufficient. Just store things in a cool place, whether it be in a basement. Make sure it's sealed so no contaminants get in it. There's preparation for, yeah, you're going to have to work for it, but I'd rather work for something that I'm going to live a little longer. Your medicines, make sure you have medicines, supply enough medicines for yourself if you go through a hard time. Uh, and again, water, electricity, a big thing. You know, you could cook on a little stove, a pan, a pot at a time. You can make stew. You can make grow potatoes. That's high caloric uh, vegetable root stuff. That's ROOT, like tubers, sweet potato. Gives you the vitamins and everything that you need, and you're not putting anything damaging into your body. And you stay healthy as much as you can. You don't have to eat a lot. You might be 400 pounds, and it's hard because I used to be 415 pounds. I weigh 185, I guess the tops that I usually weigh, 85, 183, 185. And I cut my intake. I used to eat 2 pizza pies, 2 liter bottles. 20 minutes to a half hour later, it was Chinese food. After that, I would eat something else, but I would just keep feeding myself. And that was because of depression for myself. Once I figured what I needed to do for myself, uh, I changed. It's a process that you have to change your living, the way you used to live. You have to you have to unlearn what you learned and relearn new things. So I hope this helps. Comment on the bottom. Let me know what you think, uh, what you do, what prices changes have you seen, um, and I'll keep posting. This is just my opinion. Uh, I've survived so far this long, and I've seen changes. And you become wise because you listen to what's your surrounding. Follow Earth, follow Mother Earth. Do what the indigenous people live off the land, stuff like that. There's ways of accomplishing what yeah, it might not be the name brand sofa or the name brand stove. And I look at it, it might not be a Cadillac, a Rolls Royce, or an Audi or BMW that you're driving, but as long as it gets you from point A to point B, that's what counts. And you have to have it running properly. Uh, it's about survival, people. It's about survival. Don't forget, one day at a time. Uh, don't panic, but prepare. Um, you can see it in the news. You can see it all over the internet. You can see a lot of things that are going on that they don't talk about it. What about the pandemic? Have you heard any more about the pandemic? Now it's the monkeypox. I think there's 12 people or 12 cases of monkeypox, and that's going to be the next pandemic that's going to be coming up. But you, with people that have compromised immune systems, like they have either cancer or they have high blood pressure, they have kidney problems or anything, you got to take care of yourself. You know, I don't know how to. You have the chance to do something about it. Do it. Just don't wait. It'll come, because that's what our society is all about. We expect that, oh, it'll take care of itself. No, we have to take care of it. We have to take care of our world. We have to take care of each other, because it's not everybody's going to the same place at different times. We all are born and we're all going to die. In between, how we choose to live our life, that's the important part. You know, provide for the next generation, provide for your kids' kids. Uh, I pray for my children. You know, they'll be 21 this month, both my boy and my girl, and I worry about them. You know, I can't, I don't, I'm not taking any of this stuff with me when I die. I'm not going to put a U-Haul truck or a trailer behind my casket and take it wherever I go after I die. So I leave it. I leave. Everything is disposable. So, guys, don't forget, like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. You'll hear more if you like to. I appreciate your support. You guys, peace out. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay healthy.